Salibonani Mahlani. Yes. Welcome to episode number 15 of the Screenshot Podcast.
Why are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you. I'm just. Yeah.
It's 15, yeah.
I was looking at you for confirmation because I'm also not sure.
It's 15.
It's 15. Episode number 15. I am joined as usual by my brother in arms.
Don't I look lady like today?
Hey, that's a leading question. Like, I need to say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, yes you do. Yeah.
Thank you. You didn't even have to mention it. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I really didn't have to mention it. I really did not have to mention it.
Hi, Vui.
Yes, someone.
Unjani? Ngiyaphila.
Let's do the. Yeah. No, remember there used to be the one like where they snap the snap. the
No,
fingers,
what
yeah.
about the one where you go like this?
Exactly. My ninja.
I
Yeah. So Lee is feeling left out. By the way, no, Lee, guys. So yeah, we're joined by Lee. I'll let him introduce himself, but Lee, from what I know, Lee does two important things. One is Wonderland.
Yeah.
He'll tell you a bit more about what Wonderland does, and other one is Space.
Well, it's more or less like one brand.
It's now all you've
Merged it into just one.
like done a BMW Mini Cooper thing.
Oh, yeah.
You're not, I company, yeah. All right, so yeah, Lee, just just tell people who you are, what you do, like a brief bio, very brief, bro, like very like the briefest of bio.
You are
bro.
dragging
Like,
it. You are dragging
so I'm
it.
okay, my friend. As in,
All right. Shelly.
All right, so my name is Lee Ndlovu. I am the CEO and founder of Wonderland. So basically, Wonderland just mostly focuses on merch, apparel, and as well as we've got a food section for Wonderland. So right now on the menu, I'm mostly focusing on cereal milkshakes and just a couple of fast food options, as well as you can see, the merch, the jeans and the t-shirts, and we've got a couple of things coming through as well. Just, well, now that you know me, just stay tuned for that as well. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. So Lizila, guys, what is cool? I'm glad on this very beautiful day. We are talking about something that trended locally. For those that are in the Twitter streets, we had an apology. These days, people have been in the mood of apologizing lately. Hey? For those of you that are not familiar, there's a comedy personality named Frank Shirisa, who issued an apology on Twitter to people. I don't know what show he had done, and he made some jokes. Some people expressed their discontent and their disgruntlement and their whatever at whatever he had said. And yeah, he also mentioned that he had left or was kicked out of Mahlegisa Club. You know, so I'll just say that we'd love to have him on the show. We'll try and have him on the show next weekend. Next weekend, right? Yes, next weekend because he shows on Fridays. Yeah, next weekend, so that he clears his side of things. But yeah, we just want to talk about comedy. To what extent can we go? If there is an extent that we can go to, without offending people. And if people are offended, should we care? Yeah. So, yeah, let's just open it up. Melinda, what do you think?
Okay, I think these days we're now, I don't want to use this word because I think we're now so sensitive towards everything, and you can't make jokes about, I know it's not funny, but sometimes we need to laugh at ourselves. Sometimes you can't make jokes about disabled people, you know, single mothers. You can't make jokes about
But I mean, I make jokes about you all the time.
gays. You can't make
I
jokes
make jokes about gay people all the time as well.
like now, there's nothing. You know, we get so touched because you can get cancelled. That's why they're apologizing. Have you noticed, Uti, like when celebrities do something and the next week there's a press release
Oh,
eyabe
yes.
sibhaliwe laphana
Yeah.
ukuthi hey, I said this not in my right state of mind, I do not, you know, these apologies that are always happening, but you know that person meant what they did, but they're
Yeah.
now apologizing because they don't want to what, get
Fumble the
cancelled.
bag, yeah. And I
So-
mean, on that note, usually, like when celebrities do that, abaningi bakhona, they've got endorsements from a lot of brands. So it's not just affecting their particular career, but like even
the
if by
brand as
affiliation, the brands that they're affiliated with.
Because the brands are quick to jump ship foot
Yeah.
if that person
Yeah.
of it
Yeah.
is now considered what.
Like as long as they're
Persona non
threatening
grata
their
in the-
Because
their
they
bottom
don't want to
line.
be dragged with the brand. But
Exactly.
Kuhle
exactly,
kuthiwa,
exactly.
as which brand do we know? As
I know. Didn't Balenciaga drop Kanye? Kanye West
It was
is not a
item.
comedian, but
yeah, it was.
It was
yeah,
Balenciaga.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But didn't they have their own scandal lapho kwakuthiwa abantwana bayenzeni, but
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Who dropped
And then
them?
there was Adidas also dropped him, eh?
Was it not Nike? I swear.
No,
I
I
saw
don't know.
somewhere.
His endorsement was with Adidas, I think.
Ah.
And the irony of it was he was dropped for anti-Semitic views. Adidas was started by Nazis.
What?
Yeah.
No,
thank you for that
honestly,
bombshell.
Right.
I did not know that.
So it's we've and what I'll say, right, is sometimes when you see a celebrity recanting their statement or like withdrawing it, it's not that they don't believe in the truth of what they said. The circumstances around that
Yeah.
That's what
require
I was saying.
them to protect their bag here and in future.
Ngoba uzahlupheka wedwa, uzadubeka.
But then enter people like me that just don't care.
Or maybe awukafiki i-level where people are endorsing your bag like suphezulu lapha. You are talking millions phela la. Vuyi, you don't have that much money to care. So
The thing is, you didn't have to
what
say
do you
that.
think?
You didn't have to say that. But I'll say my point like on that. But you mentioned something very important. But yeah, Lee, what do you think?
Personally, I feel like it's a matter of just perspective. In a sense that you know how something could affect a certain number of people. And if the majority do not care about what those certain number of people think, no one really cares. They'll just laugh about it and laugh it off. But then when it comes to, for example, the alphabet gang or LGBT,
The alphabet gang.
you know,
Come on, that's no. Say the LGBTQI plus community.
yeah, I mean,
How many pluses were there? Vuyi?
No, Lord, because there's some people that are not included, Bella. Yeah, I remember, you know that YIUK interview, the guy asked, like, where's the H for heterosexual? Why aren't we there? He must include us as
who
well.
actually like navigates the letters there? Who adds on the dots?
Even you can add later if you want.
Nah.
No, because it's sexuality, according to them. It's sexuality, so there's no governing body to say, all right, guys, and it's our annual meeting now. On our agenda, we must discuss adding the letter J.
But these
You know.
things are now getting out of control. I know we're going to talk about who framed guys, but these things are now getting out of control. Do you know there's something called being transracial?
Transracial.
If I'm black and I feel like I identify as a white person,
Nah.
no, I'm telling
Do you know what that reminds me?
There's
Did you watch Boondocks?
Yeah.
You know Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah. Oh,
that-
yeah.
He was
guy
a
is
white
a
man
white
inside.
Yes,
He's a transracial. Like you can't, like now, like it's now a level playing field. I can
Yeah.
identify as a dog,
And-
and I will bark, and you will include me in your things. Put a ball, fakani iloku zenini, ukudla
No, but
phakathi ngishi.
I think that's to some extent some people identify as dogs because nangasebenza into laphana ecansini laphana
Yeah.
sebethanda iposition lani yezinja lana.
No.
Yeah.
It's not identifying as a dog, but maybe men identify. And to men are dogs.
Zinja game.
I identify as trash. You know, but the thing is, the point that I wanted to make is, I don't know whether it was Dave Chappelle that said it, but he was like, how much were you paid to give up on your dreams? It was in a different context altogether, but I feel like it then leads into this because some comedians, right, they get into comedy because it's therapy for not just them, but also the audience, the people that sometimes they're making jokes about.
Yeah.
Well, like for example, if Kevin Hart makes jokes about fat people, I'm fat as hell. I will laugh at that stuff, bro. Like
He
it's
literally
funny.
makes jokes about short people,
He's
and
short.
he's short.
You know what I mean?
So
You know,
sometimes we
for
need to
for
laugh at ourselves.
So this is deeper. It's not just like okay, he made fun of it. So when you make a joke like that and it's politically incorrect, and someone says no, you must withdraw your statement, otherwise, we're taking away our sponsorship or we're taking away this. How much are you being paid to give up
On your
this
dreams.
truth that you want that you want to tell to people? Of course, there's some jokes that are just downright silly. For example, these days, if you've noticed, Instagram people like making fun of Abantu with Down syndrome, right?
I've been seeing actual memes
Right.
about this.
You know?
Why?
No, it's.
You I haven't seen any of those.
Can we cut this part?
No, but I actually saw something about that. Like this gent was in
Yeah.
a podcast. It was like
Yeah.
you got molested by a guy with Down syndrome. Like I couldn't take the
So, and wait, is it the one
I'm
where
laughing 'cause I watched
Kelly
it.
is also crying? It's like, why are you laughing at? Is that the one? I got molested by a guy with Down syndrome.
Yeah, but
the
then
other
I-
guy
And the
laughed.
guy's like, then the guy is like, no, let me say it again. This time if you laugh higher.
I'm hearing out. And he
Yeah.
was genuinely serious. Like
Yeah.
he was so hurt about the whole thing. But then, you know,
Yeah.
Down syndrome.
Because the example that I wanted to give, right? There's this video of like, it was for lack of a better phrase, I'll say thick, you know, a heftily built woman, you know, with the cakes and everything.
Yeah.
You know,
The cakes.
and she clearly had Down syndrome, right? You know, so I usually in situations like that, right? You can go into my comments. So one comment was
To
like,
note, you're not going to hell alone. Confirm.
you know. So one comment was like, damn syndrome.
Because
Like damn.
Because they.
Like cause damn, you know. Yeah. And then one guy was like, now we know where the missing chromosome went.
I guys
You know?
know. Yeah.
that's
So the point that I'm
insane.
making, right, exactly, local, of course, right? But the point I'm making is some of these jokes are just silly, you know. It's not therapy. It's not like it's about usually on the internet
They're
that
just-
have nothing better to do than just like go into the comments, and people are brave in the comments anyway.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
why some of us have ghost accounts. It's like, I don't
not ghost
have.
accounts,
I
that's
don't
the point.
have. Fine, it's
Yeah,
like-
but I mean, as a total like turnaround from that is like there's this channel that I watch. It's these three guys that've got Down syndrome and they're chefs, you know. So like, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but like, it's actually not funny.
To be honest, I'm just
like
trying
it's
to
actually
picture-
like really wholesome. It's really wholesome content, you know. Like I like how they communicate with each other, how they're patient with each other, you know. Like proper stuff, like you know, like same way there's Gordon Ramsay and yeah, they've actually got a
It's
kitchen.
not Down syndrome is not like a mental thing. You can still
No, I
function
know you
as
can
a.
function, but
Yeah,
as
it actually is a
It's a mental thing.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
what are you doing?
So anyway, right? But I mean, if we're gonna compare to guys like Dave Chappelle, Dave Chappelle, like his last comedy special was The Closer, right? And when The Closer came out, the trans community particularly wanted to get him
I
cancelled.
remember.
Right?
I remember.
Fortunately, Netflix stuck, you know, to their guns. Like they're like, no, we're not taking down the special. We're not taking away like his money.
And the majority of people were with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the trans people and some people from, you know, the rest of the spectrum were like, no, this was transphobic, take it down. But if you watch it and because I watched it the second time, like, no, maybe there's something that I missed. Maybe he did offend some trans people. But yeah.
Like there's something I saw, like a joke which he said, like when he mentioned, what's the name of the gent, Kim Kardashian's daughter that did the whole trans thing.
Kris Jenner.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
not Kris Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
It's Bruce Jenner, I think.
It's Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, the
No,
thing,
he identifies. He identifies as Caitlyn Jenner.
It's now.
Me, I see
Why did I
him
say
Did he
it?
legally
is-
change the whole?
She's now a she.
Yeah.
He doesn't identify. It's
Alright,
a
then I
she.
give.
Not it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I mean, she's a she.
All right.
Well-
Anyway,
So the thing about that whole thing was that what got to me was how was she identified as Woman of the Year? As no, like, but you saw the thing, right?
I
There
saw
was a
it, yeah.
whole thing around
Yeah.
it. It's like literally, even Dave Chappelle said it. It's like imagine having a bunch of black guys sitting in the audience and they're just like nigga of the year, Eminem, and
yeah.
like
Because technically, Eminem is one of us. But where it really counts, he is not one of us. Yeah,
That
that
was
is
funny.
true. That is actually quite true. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really don't understand the whole concept around it, honestly. I might be wrong for saying this, but yeah.
Okay, going back to lapha kobulawayo. So sithini ngoFrankie?
Oh.
Should he apologize? Mele, was he
I-
supposed to apologize? But
yeah.
another thing, asizwangu to 10. Do you know what he spoke about?
No, yeah, he did talk about it in his apology. He made, I can't remember which groups, like which classes in society he made jokes about. But he categorically said, I made jokes about this person, made jokes about this person. I'm not sure how genuine the apology was.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really hoping that apology was not genuine because I think he shouldn't have apologized. Yeah. To answer your question.
Stick to his guns.
Yeah, I think he should have, because
I wish ngani ngiyayizwa i-comedy set yakho.
yeah,
Khathi I
I've actually
record.
had the pleasure of watching Frank on
Don't
stage.
they record khathi these things?
Well, I'm sure they do. I
Really?
mean, I mean, it's still Bulawayo after all.
Awula camera. Oh no, so kuthiwa kusila camera. We are recording right now. We
Yeah.
have a camera.
Well, I guess so. But yeah, I think he shouldn't have taken it back because you are saying what he felt. How people then receive it is up to them. You know, like another, you know, Dave Chappelle is the GOAT, man. He's got so many good quotes. He's like, to what extent must I participate in your self-identity? You know what I mean?
That's deep.
Like, yeah. Like,
But you know, if you
yeah.
think about it, and we have so many issues tina phakathi kwethu. And imagine if someone was making jokes, mina vele kunengi, I would be offended every single
Every yeah.
single line. And I about this one thing, maybe about skinny girls. Ngisho, cancel him. Tall girls, whatever girls. Ukuthi vele kungathiwa I'm on a scale of 1 to 10. Kuthiwa we see Melinda as a 2. I mean.
Yeah.
Kuningi kaya kuningi aqala abazali bami where I stay ngaphi mistakes I've made, like maybe you should just take a chill pill though, you
It's
know.
comedy and jokes are never going to be funny like to everyone.
And
I
it's
feel
so,
like the audience is supposed to accept that, not the actual comedy. It's art.
but it's funny though ukuthi when it's not affecting you, it's funny. Anti ukuthi if let's say you are let's say you're gay and umuntu is making fun of what singathi orphans umuntu sengahleka that joke, but when it's not affecting you it's funny, but when it's not affecting you akusahlekisi, you know, cancel him.
Yes, I just.
But
thought of
also,
a
like, are they
stupid
really making fun? Like, when we speak of, are they really making fun of people? Isn't it just jokes about certain people? Like, I feel like
Sometimes
making fun.
ziyaqanjwa amabizo.
Yeah, of course, but I feel like making fun of something is different, like from telling a joke about it. You know, yeah. I don't know, making fun is like, it's just, you know, yeah, like if I make fun of you, it's like, it's like Melinda, hey, you're skinny, you know. Well, you're not skinny.
Cancel you.
Yeah,
That's what I was waiting.
Cancel boy.
yeah, maybe Melinda you're skinny, and I come or something. Yeah.
Kuthani nxa uhamba kuyaqhamuka. You see there this skeleton jokes that
Which one is this one?
Yeah, but the skeleton jokes are deep.
yeah, there are so many skeleton jokes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And you can't hide from these things, to be
No, you
honest.
can't.
It's always
You cannot.
it's always there. Bazosiqala kunjalo.
I think
but-
it's good for character development.
My question is, do you think like most jokes, or if not all jokes, are derived from situations that are serious at the time, but not that serious when someone else really tells the story back?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think so.
almost all jokes are like that.
Yes, but imagine a joke about Ukraine.
Oh, guys, come on. No, guys, maybe we're just different. But one thing I'll say, like, particularly for myself, right? If I'm going through something very difficult, best believe at some point during the day I'll laugh about it. Like some maybe I'm psycho, I don't know. But some people
No,
cry.
it's normal.
I mean,
Yeah.
ngiyabe ngihleka ngikhala especially umjolo. But ande bandlalile.
Yeah, I was wiping away tears.
Abandlalile. I did not see that one coming.
Be like
Anyway, on to the next. All right, yeah. So let us know, guys, what you think about comedy and jokes. Like, can we take it too far? Like, these are just our points of view.
And how far is too far?
How far is too far?
How far is
For
too
you.
far?
Exactly.
How
Yeah.
far is too far?
So now we're going to get into a very boring part of it.
I know. I also want to say, imagine if we was a comedian. He would have been cancelled. I don't know.
bro.
Do you guys know that I actually was a comedian? Not so long
Yeah.
ago? I've actually got a comedy album. You should listen to it. It's actually quite funny, yeah.
I need to get on this.
Yeah, it's
No.
I think it's on SoundCloud. It was about 2 years ago. but-
Stand up.
Yeah,
No way.
I'm tuning you, bro.
Freestyle will be
Like,
rehearsed.
freestyling, bro. Freestyling, top of my head.
That's actually off the dome. That's actually
Yeah.
quite.
Yeah.
That's-
Where were you doing it?
Well, I mean, you know Lyndon, right?
Yeah.
The studio. At that time, I had a podcast there, so I'm like, you know what? I was 20. How old was I? I was 23. I was turning 23 actually. So I'm like, let me gift myself and the people's something funny. Yeah, it's called Classy But
You
Classy.
are too kind.
I know.
Like
That's God's gift to
your
mankind.
kindness
yeah,
knows
yeah.
no limits.
you know, yeah.
We are not worthy.
So listen to it, guys. No, but I didn't say anything that would get me cancelled. It was very politically correct. I actually don't like it. I feel like I want to do another one where I'm just going to offend everyone.
But it's not like talking about politically correct things. It's not really about comedy. It's our everyday lives. Do you want to say something even here? We might get cancelled at your job, at these
Yeah.
days we're living on the verge of just being cancelled.
I feel like everyone is just sensitive these days compared to how it was back then.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just my.
Like, I think our listeners are gonna forgive me, but I'm gonna quote something. It's got a few bad words in it, so just brace yourself. If you don't like something, just mute for this, or maybe we'll bleep it. I don't know. But Dave Chappelle, great man,
Again.
he once said that there's a whole generation of bitch ass niggas. It's a whole generation of bitch ass niggas, bro.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to the words he used. I do subscribe to the message that he was portraying.
Second that.
Udala, I mean, Udala, no one had time to be depressed. Not like depression wasn't there. Of course, those people from Udala are now taking antidepressants now.
Ikwade mfunga ukuthi kudala thina and you say we once said to Lee since you're not here.
Yeah.
Mina, I've been dancing for 40 years, according to I've been grooving.
Why do you think each time I say Udala, I look at you? Because I'm like, I think like, well, I mean, you relate, you know what I mean?
That's deep.
Don't cancel me for that.
Cancel me.
Don't cancel me for it. Yeah, but
So anyway,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be depressed kudala because they would hit the depression out of you.
no, but even grown people, they took care of their business.
Umasala wakho uzatudanile laphana something happened kuzwisa ubuhlungu. Usuthulele nsukumamuthi. You never.
But these days, I like the memes of like Masalu that make fun of like these mental conditions, whatever. Avuli room yakho akubone lele. The anxiety. Kumbe usasiye ithi mna senziye le muli yami ngela depression.
But our parents really struggle to believe we can be depressed.
No, do you know why? Because I think the world is so much easier with, like, for us when they look at it in their view.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
But I'm a smartphone now.
Why are you depressed? Why are you depressed when you've got Wi-Fi in the house?
Yeah,
You've
but to be
just got
honest, maybe
everything.
that's the problem. I feel like a lot of like there's just too much noise around us. But if you notice how calm your parents are, like they can spend the whole day like, I know my dad, like he can just about the newspaper and that's it.
I think
he's
it's
not
the-
stressed that someone is coming at him on WhatsApp. He's not stressed that someone tagged him on Twitter, or he's not stressed that Instagram feed like is just showing him things like that he
It's
doesn't
the
want to.
simple life.
It's a simple life.
I think it's the exposure, honestly. Because
Yeah.
now that we like literally have the whole world in our hands,
Yeah.
that's made
It's just too
everyone-
much noise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Manje, imagine us, and no, imagine lava bazayo, lava.
Yeah.
Imagine
it's
if
going to-
Tina kule noise kates.
Yeah.
I know, but I think it's gonna be better for them.
You nah.
Do you know why?
How so?
You don't
Like we literally ushered in the age of social media.
Yeah.
Like were the people that went from no social media
Yeah,
to some social media in like instantly overnight.
So shy, sure.
Lava, like it's they can handle it. Like I see it in my sister. Like there's she handles social media a bit better. Like these are one number 2Ks now, and especially the introverted ones. Private accounts on Instagram.
Yeah.
No more than 600 followers. Like
It's not.
they don't
yeah.
care about growing it.
Yeah.
Tina were like, if
One
you followed
more.
me today, come on, guys, on 2,999.
Shadaya like my comment.
Yeah, like
Remember, people were so insecure, they even installed applications to unfollow the people. who
exactly
didn't
that are
follow
not
them.
following. Yeah,
And they're just like,
I did that
why?
myself one time. I'm not proud of it, But yeah,
Wait, what?
Yeah, like people actually.
there
Like,
used to be apps like that that allow you to mass unfollow
Follow
people
people.
that are not following you, but you follow them.
yeah.
Like it shows you how much we care.
Ending
About
Mdala. I am so old.
Yeah, boy.
I
Yeah.
had no idea there was such a
So
thing.
can you see the things that are depressing us? Isn't this like things that really Yeah.
I was laughing at myself yesterday. Ebusugan, I followed an entire fight ku comment section.
yeah.
Like it wasn't even about Iloku Zenin anymore. The video that was posted,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
there's this girl. She posted. She was dancing, but then she was dancing in a sexy way and barely wearing anything. And so there are comments about, "Hey, you're so confident. Hey, love your body." Then this one person was like, "Hey, why don't you respect yourself?" And kwaqala so
Yeah.
omunye kuthiwa with your big nose
Ngiyabona.
to respect the air around you. Yes.
Yeah, and people on social media really just
People will drag you.
they will
really
make
drag
sure.
They went at each other. People
Yeah.
were coming. Just that one comment, and I think in last about 15 minutes. I was like,
Ngiyabona.
refreshing.
Did you join the conversation? or
No, I
I
mean,
know
I
my
can't.
ghost account. Who calls late? I got you. Yeah. So
Sure.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
It's surprising how much we care about people that really don't care. Like they're strangers.
Don't
on
even
social
know
media.
us.
They don't know us.
They will never know us.
They will never know us.
Imagine I am busy fighting with my on my ghost account. Lomto who's in the Philippines.
Ghosting a while.
Yeah.
Engxenye layo ufighter ngelokhu zenini ye-ghost account for
Yeah,
just ma-ghost rider.
Yeah. So
Reminds me-
my advice actually to Frank, if he's listening to this right now, like, why do you care? Like
It's your job not to care.
it's comedy, bro. Like, say the jokes that are funny to you. If some people receive them the bad, like in a way that offends them.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
well.
Mina, before I like add my last 2 cents on this, I want to hear what he actually spoke about.
It's just that I don't have my phone on me, but I'll show you quickly. In fact, what we'll do
Do a
in
quick
post
cut.
production, we'll actually share the letter that he
The letter I hear, but ngithi khonokho yena
I
kukhona.
know, but the letter, like the man was meticulous. he was. He recorded with terrible exactness that I made jokes about.
Wait, so
this
he got fired?
Yeah, but I do gather that his being kicked out of Mahlegeza is to do with some stuff in his personal life. Yeah, it's not entirely to do. I think Lati would be faulting them too much if we were to say that as a comedy club. Ama-jokes. Like, some of them, I know them personally, they've said more offensive stuff.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, shout out to you guys, one love. You know, so I feel like his being booted out of Mahlegeza was probably to do with some personal stuff that we really were not privy to that information. But yeah. But hey,
At the end of the day, if you don't twala.
Anyway, so you know, like I said, we're not going to a boring part of the show. We're going to talk about Lee.
Of course.
Yeah, Dalena, come on.
Of course.
You know, yeah, we need to talk about. Like, how many minutes have we been recording, bro? 3 more minutes.
I would khwap khwap.
Oh, 30, all right. I want 30 minutes, all right. 10 minutes. All right, so Lee, bro, so you told us that you do Wonderland and Space.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Well,
Which it was shocking to me. Imagine my surprise to find out that it's now
a joint.
it's now a conglomerate.
Concussion.
Yeah. I think last time I spoke to you, well, it was 2 separate entities.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to then, merge the two?
Well,
I mean, it's
basically,
food and clothing.
yeah, I know it's food and
You
clothing,
Woolies.
but
The Woolies.
The Woolies, yeah.
personally, I think it was mostly the balance and the aesthetic. So mostly when you saw Space, right? I had so many different concepts and designs for it. I'm sure you saw the type of ideas I was going for.
Yeah.
But then when I started, going back to Wonderland, I saw that the same concept would work better if it was under Wonderland.
Oh, okay.
But then Wonderland is also a company that focuses on food. But then who says you can have both?
I have a question.
Yeah.
For some of us who don't know, what is Space? Like,
Okay, so Space was a brand. Well, it started off as a brand that more or less takes you from the comfort of the Zimbabwean realm of fashion
okay.
into an unworldly experience. So exactly.
Space.
So that's when I thought.
You're very clever. Very clever.
So that's when I thought, what if I just make outlandish outfits, something which people don't really find normal around the streets of Bulawayo. People are usually following, the streets of like, in SA they've got this, and that. So they tend to import those type of ideas and they start dressing up like that. So me, I'm just like, nah, let me just give you something that's at least out of that comfort zone. That's when I actually started to make these jeans. I was like, I'm a cargo pants have pockets. Why can't I put pockets on the side of jeans as well? And just make something different out of it.
Okay.
All right. But then I was just like, Wonderland. Alice Lost in Wonderland. Well, that's more or less something that's when you're like, you can go anywhere with that.
Yeah.
You're lost within the concepts of design and, aesthetic as well.
Lost in space.
Exactly. But
Boy is like
it's like
in your realm right now.
exactly. And Wonderland actually gave me a point of view of like, I now have more or less a way of constructing a collection. Like, how it focuses on the card symbols. Right now I've got an Ace collection.
Huh?
And then now I can go into the Diamond collection, the Club collection, and then I've got an
You're a
exclusive.
smart person.
He's a very clever guy. Like
Very clever guy.
You can tell that he put a lot of work in his
Yeah, he
branding.
really put some thought.
So last but
guys,
not
let
least,
me just get t-shirts and
it's just
Let me just organize a piano festival for them. Anyway, you were saying?
But So
On that note, guys, we've got an Amapiano festival coming up
When?
very soon. On the
August.
5th of August.
yeah.
Kanje, isikolo sivalile.
Aye.
No, I'm asking when are schools closed?
Young girls and
boys.
we've had this very popular misconception out here that Amapiano and MI2K. No.
No, I'm asking for that reason. Is that just valuing? Not just valuing.
I'm not sure. It's the 5th of August. Eh? It's like 2 weeks from now. So
Probably just as value.
how? But hayi buyani bantwana le mali yenu sayifuna. But
Vele sizabe sikhuluma nge-underage drinking on the
Yeah,
podcast.
in fact, do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna set up like want people to register to vote. Like I'm just thinking out loud.
Register to vote.
Yeah, some people have not registered to vote at this time.
Are you
Imagine
still
that.
registering to vote? Khatama elections
value.
akho mhla 23.
August.
Of August, yeah.
Kanti sokuvaliwe?
I think so.
Well, unfortunately, tough.
You did not
yeah,
put much thought as Lee had not finished when
Yeah, I was about to say, Lee, la wepela ubuye Amapiano check. Bring space there, bring Wonderland there. You know, we'll just wander in that space
Of course.
of Amapiano.
Of course.
I should be rapper.
Pop, 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 pop.
Pop, fine. Also, yeah, on that note, shout out to K Breezy. I just appropriated his fine. You don't watch the BYO podcast, do you?
Because I'm fired.
No.
I watch it.
Really?
I watch
You know what would be nice? Ever watch like shows that have got like spin-off like episodes? Like you watch, let's say you watch Friends,
Yeah.
and you watch Big Bang Theory.
It's not
One
a-
day
it's not
they
a-
have
They-
like
It's not
characters
a
from
spin-off. Is that a spin-off? It's called a what? It's not a spin-off.
whatever spill over. What you
No, it's
know?
not.
Yeah, that.
Crossover.
Yes,
Crossover.
yes, yeah.
It's a crossover episode.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, BYO
Yeah,
podcast.
exactly. Yeah.
Crossover.
Shout out to you guys.
No, I need to ask something that I heard about the BYO podcast.
Yeah.
I heard, Uguti, I don't know if it's true. I heard they make people pay them to be on their podcast. Is it true?
No, I'm not part of it.
No, you're friends, fella. I'm asking, is it true?
I don't think that's true. I've been
Okay.
invited on the podcast
Because there
a
are
couple
people,
of times.
there's
and they've never asked me to
there's
pay them.
someone who said that. It's like, those guys, maybe they were just 10, I don't know. They was like, they were like, those-
Ningas, I don't know. Maybe
Tell those
maybe
guys
they are doing that. I'm really not too sure.
so they'll be like, you want to be on the podcast? Pay us.
But
maybe
also,
it's just people spreading rumors. You never know, Pella.
Yeah, but besides that, like andiyazi company phela. You know, like they say andiyazi sayidinga imali. You know, like equipment, like people need to be paid. You know, like it's to some extent content creation, but it needs to translate into actual funds. So if they are making some people pay,
Awesome. Because
yeah.
that person was so adamant. Was like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, if they are, I really wouldn't fault
I'm
them.
not saying it's a bad thing, but
Yeah.
I'm curious to know if that's the case.
All right. If that's the case, then I think we should also make people pay to effective today.
Can you first look at our numbers, then look at their numbers?
Of course, yeah. Hey, there's that.
Because I think their numbers are really good. People
are very
engage
good, yeah.
in their posts and stuff. And they're actually quite funny. They're a nice podcast.
Yeah. Which I mean,
Hint, hint, crossover. How do you wink that thing?
No, you can't. No, the day you learn how to wink, huh? Yeah.
I can
We are
wink,
in
but I
trouble.
can't wink on cue, like
Oh.
to make it look, like make it look effortless, like.
Wait, so you just do it in jail from nowhere?
She's the one that like looks awkward, like.
Exactly.
Like there's something in my eye.
Like, are you okay, Melinda?
I
Like,
have
no.
a seizure.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
The ambulance,
cool,
the response here Zimbabwe slow.
24/7.
So you've told us a bit about space. I think sorry we cut you unceremoniously. Man. You're still talking about Wonderland.
Yeah. No, the last part after talking about the symbols and stuff, I decided to do like an exclusive collections for the high earners or the high-end individuals. So yeah. So after all, I've
buy
completed all the symbols.
Everyone is seeing
Yeah.
now.
So after I've gone through all the collections for the symbols, I'm focusing on the Joker collection. So the Joker is for the exclusive.
There's a guy I know I want to buy a Joker collection for.
I think I know the guy.
No, you don't.
Really? You sure?
And not in a nice sense, ukuthi joker, but it's coming from a
really bad spot.
yes.
Are you sure, Ngemas?
How much?
Can I guess out loud?
No, you can't guess all
So
about.
I know him.
No,
Yeah.
okay,
Anyway.
guess, but you've never even met this person. I haven't seen this person in like 2 years. But
Munda, what you do? We are
but
busy with
what
many
joker
people.
ngami?
But you hold the grudge for
But
that
what
long.
joker
isn't it?
ngami?
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Buhlungu.
Where was I? Oh yeah, joke collection. So basically, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just wanna, spread the word about that and more or less not sell a product, but a feeling, happiness,
Okay.
and just voila with the merch.
All right.
Twala with the merch.
Hey, that
I
should
like
be
that.
a tagline. Twala
Twala
with the merch.
merch.
Speaking
Yeah.
of ukugcwala
And
ngemerch.
someone will steal it. Uyakwazi.
Yeah.
Ngelinye ilanga uyathusa
Yeah,
ukuthi
copyright
twala
it now, bro. Like, yeah,
Twala with the merch.
bro. So speaking of twirling with the merch, there's this brand. It's a sneaker brand. It was launched recently in South Africa.
Kalang.
Kalang. To my surprise,
Bad reviews.
there were mixed emotions within the audience. Which is weird because when Nike or Adidas drop a shoe, as ugly as they may be sometimes, sometimes, one day maybe I'll get a Nike endorsement, So I said sometimes, not all your shoes. Obviously, all your
You
shoes can't
see
be
what
nice.
we were talking about
Your shoes can't be
initially.
nice all the time, but yeah. And I thought those shoes were pretty dope. I thought it was a brilliant concept. It's one of those things which, even if sometimes you know that you wouldn't buy the shoe,
Yeah.
someone that would, or you can appreciate the thought that went into it.
Yeah.
And those guys received quite a lot of hate.
Mina,
Abantu behleka isicathulo, but hey, that shoe is too colorful.
Mina,
And
it
I'm like,
wasn't that. Mina, what I saw was after the shoe like dropped and people went to buy the shoe. So to pictures lie. So there were like versions of the shoe where yabona mosu tetenge mopiseli yakho.
Yeah, it's really not the it's not the shoe.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you mopis. That shoe is like 1.5, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Rams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is that's actually
Yeah,
normal
so,
sneakers.
Yeah, so like you have to take it with your phone, and people are like, hey, they went to a professional, seriously photographer to angle the shoe nice. I haven't seen the shoe up close, so I wouldn't know. But Mina, the hate I got is like after.
Oh, okay.
Someone says, but the shoes, it's not make sure. But because on the pictures they look so dope, I want one.
All right.
I want a Kalanga shoe.
I also would like a Kalanga shoe.
I want
don't
a
know how
Kalanga.
often I'd wear it though, because I mean it looks like I'm not hating, bro, but it looks like.
What does it look like?
I want a colored maputi.
The description is
So
already wow.
if colored maputis wear shoes,
It'll be the Kalanga
it will be
collection.
the Kalanga collection. And I'm saying that because Nangakula I'd choose that over
lose
ordinary.
that
Yeah. It's not-
coloredness.
yeah.
I say I'm a karate, nothing.
Is it don't I'm a karate don't Shout out to people that are watching the podcast from Tongu. Madoda ngama-celebrity phela thina bayi. Siyadubula nge-drive by laba zizambiletha ngama-comments kaMelinda. Yeah. Anyway, the reason why I was saying that, it was actually to lead to a question for Lee.
Okay.
Have you ever felt like I like people I like asking people that do indigenous brands and concepts this question.
Yeah.
Ever felt like you receive hate for your originality as compared to mainstream products that are not even African, that are not even from Bulawayo? For example, you've got Space.
Yeah.
Let's say Space, like you're saying, you're wearing something with pockets and like it's like a cargo
Yeah.
pant. Off-White does the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So someone would actually rather wear fake Off-Whites
Than an
buy
original.
an original Space
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have given an example with Wonderland, but I think you get my point.
Yeah.
So like, do you get that that hate sometimes from people? And if you do, how would you remedy it?
Well, personally, I feel like what most people what they look at mostly is the reputation of the brand surrounding it. So I'll be like, right, I've got
that's
a
true.
plain T-shirt written Wonderland. And then Society, Joe Pongufa ibizo lakho skip. And I'm like, dog, Nike has just a tick. I never hear you complain.
Yeah.
But now that it's me, you want to put your own
That
2
is
cents
so
about the
true.
whole-
Quite true.
Exactly. So I'm just like, you know what? If you do not like what I produce, it's not me trying to force my brand on you. Meaning you're not my target market at the end of the day.
And you don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Period.
So if I'm just going to be selling to the people that are going to be hating on my stuff, I would never survive in this industry. So I more or less just go with the flow of people who celebrate and, you know, love the brand and more or less take it to where I want it to.
Of the brand.
Yeah.
Gqala nge-merch. Yeah, we correct
easy brew.
James.
Come on, code easy brew. Yeah. So okay, all right, that's interesting because I was like that's actually a very good example. You know Virgil Abloh though.
Yeah.
Or the late Virgil
Off-White.
Abloh. One of the very few designers that were not gay.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Why did I think he was?
I actually like there's a reel that I bumped into like on Instagram, right? And it was showing like all these brands that people know and their owners. So in the list, I think 75% of the men were gay, and then 25% included women that were straight. So anyway, my point is, Virgil Abloh, there's a picture that I like. My favorite picture of him is him wearing a plain white T-shirt, and he doesn't even have like all it does. Like he took like a plain marker. And then like he put like those apostrophes, right? In the middle, he just wrote the word logo.
That is a pretty cool.
Yeah, one.
That's a
And
pretty
imagine
cool idea.
like you know when they decide to like do an auction of his estate, that T-shirt is gonna fetch a lot of money.
Yeah.
It will.
You know, so it's very It's just like when you were talking, I was thinking about that. So any advice as we close off Ilokuzeng this awesome chat? Any advice that you have to someone out there that is doing something similar or is thinking of going into this space?
Well, I think one thing speaks to me more than anything else, and that's the fact of love what you do, because once you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. So, yeah.
Well done. Keep it
Oh
up.
yeah, I
Super.
also have something to ask. You said you do food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can tell our audience where they can find you, where they can order. Do you have a space? Do you have a...
Well, okay, so currently I mostly do deliveries, and I'm mostly focusing on the cereal milkshakes. So what the cereal milkshakes are, I fused ice cream and cereal into just one delicious, lovely cup. So it's like happiness in a cup, basically, for those who love, what you call it? What do you call that thing? Soul food.
Soul food.
So-
Yeah. So, yeah, and I'm working with Ukacheni here to,
Yes.
go on to there and
Yeah.
do the most by the space as well. So, Piano Fest, Lani pull up to the joint. There's us Tola with the Wonderland shakes, maybe with alcohol, but for the 2Ks ish.
Milkshake. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's mostly what I do within the food part of the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you deliver anywhere, town?
Anyway in
Country
Bulawayo.
Park?
Country Park. Yeah.
I'm not saying
You
it.
can't do that.
I mean, this is Bonzomhlaba, but still, we get there.
Yafika isinciphile. Isireli yasiphakathi singaphansi. Sure say.
I get you.
No,
All
alright.
right. No, fantastic. So yeah, guys, it's been an awesome episode. Thanks, Lee, for coming through.
Sure.
We appreciate it, man.
Thank you
Wishing
for
you
having
all
me.
the best. We will support your business in the best way we can.
Danko.
Lati personal.
Danko.
And I'm sure
Why
our
ungifaka? Ngiyazidlalela. I'm joking.
where's the live at, bro?
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
Until you become not just, I wanted to say until you become our Virgil Abloh. Until you become our
Our
lead.
lead.
Yeah.
Danko, that's the way forward. Yeah.
We appreciate that.
I'll be one of those people who are quick to say, I spoke to him. He came to our podcast. Ngiyazemfaka as a monk.
Yeah. So no, it's fine, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave your likes. And,
Subscribe.
subscribe. Comment as well. Even the negative comments. Asilanda. They are
Yes,
fine.
but kulabanye abathi mthanda abantu beHarare, which but
Linda, that sounds like a you
no,
problem.
but it's
Like,
okay, I appreciated the comments, but I want to clarify though. I love everyone. How?
but Harare people more.
You see what I'm trying? I'm trying to
You will attack it, Michael.
redeem myself here,
Yeah. So
Zimbabwe.
even comments like that, we welcome them. We want
and
our comments.
I also wanted to say something, but it's very quick. If you read the comments, do you?
No.
So what? I read the comments.
No, but I've told people that I don't read the comments.
I read the comments, and there was a comment that said we should focus on our own city and let's not talk about things that are happening elsewhere, which I don't think is fair. We talk about Bulawayo a lot, don't we? Mm-hmm. We talk about Bulawayo, Harare. It's like any news. Even in the States, if something is happening in Zimbabwe, they'll talk about it in their news channels.
I didn't see that. I don't read comments, but I usually catch the positive ones. I think that's why I missed that one.
Yeah,
but
it's not even the first time
Yeah.
that people have commented like that. So,
okay. All right.
yes, we are doing Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, but also generally the world.
Yeah, we talk about what
inclusive.
appeals to us at the time.
Yeah.
You know, so like sometimes mainly if you notice it's Bulawayo stuff.
Yeah.
But once in a blue moon, every other episode, Harare or the world over. So
We love everyone.
We love everyone. Yes. under the sun, one family.
Yeah, and when Tanu, there's this thing I saw yesterday. When the lights go off, we're all black.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Actually, I haven't posted on Instagram in years. I think I'm gonna use that caption
we're
today.
one people.
Yeah, when the lights go off, we're all black. Yeah, guys.
So yeah,
deuces,
thank you for
deuces.
tuning
Much
in.
love.
Bye.
Thank you.